Hey guys, today we're gonna be reacting to a video from Asmongold. It's about the BoredApe Chat Club. It's a dark secret exposed. I guess they're trying to say that they're racist. So we're gonna see if they are or not. I want to see what you guys think at the end of the video. All right, let's watch it.
This is an expose on the overlap that the BoredApe Yacht Club has had with different types of white supremacy and other types of racist stuff. You guys will see what happens. Here we go.
Oh man, that's a huge accusation, dude. I want to see.
Unethical, the practice of having inside jokes that are so fucked up to people who don't even understand them, and basically making fun of people to their face, right?
Yeah.
To me, that's really what's fucked up, and it's more fun. It's actually more, to me, that's the crime here. The crime isn't that they're Nazis and they're racist, which they might be. And I'm sure they are accelerationists who are people who are just basically nihilists who don't give a fuck and want to see the world burn. And to me, that's probably a worse thing than being anything. Because you.
Wait, who's that? Who's the guy like talking right now? That's not Philion, right? Or the guy that made the video? That's someone else, dude. I don't recognize that voice.
You really are anti-human and you're selfish.
What if I told you that one of the most successful NFT collections in the world was pulling off the biggest troll in internet history? No,
Holy
not
shit.
Convincing people that this ugly shit is art.
Did this happen? Bro, did this shit really happen?
Yeah, man.
Oh my god.
I watched it on TV, dude. That shit
Or
really
that it
happened.
has any value. What if I told you that hidden within BoredApe Yacht Club was a series of 4chan trolling, racist imagery, and white supremacy dog whistles? And with a deep understanding of cipher and cryptography, the founders of BoredApe Yacht Club are making a mockery of.
Wait, what? Oh, this should go steep, huh? It's gonna be one of those videos, and I'm kind of excited.
The entire world, pulling the strings of the global elite, including celebrities, athletes, actors, and influencers. This story is extremely complicated for many reasons. The problem with accepting the truth I'm about to tell you is that you have to have extensive knowledge of 4chan, internet culture, and symbolism to even wrap your head around this and
Luckily, you also have me as a guide. And I will help you. I can guarantee you that there will probably not be a single racist reference that I will not immediately see.
I'm not a big meme guy,
I've been on
dude,
the
so,
internet for 20 years.
so I'm glad I'm
I've seen
reacting
them
to
all.
this video, dude.
Are you
That's
ready?
all this is gonna guide me.
Here we go.
understand the motive. The most important fact I'm about to tell you that you must remind yourself as we go along is that the entirety of BoredApe Yacht Club is esoteric. By design, it is only meant to be understood.
Wait, what's esoteric? What is that, dude? Esoteric. Intended for or understood by only a small group, especially one with specialized knowledge or interest. Mysterious.
By a select number of people with specialized knowledge. And
That's
as
right.
you can
It's like the another example of this is the Freemasons and also the Luciferianism.
Oh wow.
This is only the new generation of it.
see here, it is considered based when others with that knowledge connect the dots. Almost all of the absurdist references present in BoredApe Yacht Club are glaringly obvious to the in-crowd and are invisible to anyone who in BoredApe Yacht Club are glaring.
Hold on.
The dots. Almost all of the absurdist references.
Look at the price of this one, dude. $159.83, right?
Present in BoredApe Yacht Club are glaringly obvious to the.
Look at the price of this one. 139 ETH, dude. That's like 248,000, dude. Holy shit, that's it. The range of prices, dude, is so insane, man.
In-crowd and are invisible to anyone who isn't terminally online. I might as well be speaking a different language if I don't prime you on every aspect of this elaborate cipher. Combine this with BoredApe Yacht Club being valued at over $1 billion, and you have yourself the gold
$1 billion?
medalists of the Troll Olympics.
Holy shit.
I had my doubts about all of this. That was until I spoke with one of the top creative directors and internet artists in the world, who is an expert of internet culture, 4chan, and trolling. An artist who has worked with Kanye West, Grimes, and Tame Impala, among other creative projects that you've definitely seen.
Oh my God.
2022, a website goes live called GordonGoner.com.
Okay.
Signed at the very bottom was the signature of Ryder Rips. Ryder Rips is eccentric and is a trendsetter
I don't know
in
that
every
guy.
regard.
Okay.
He
Never
created
heard of
the
him.
Deal With It meme, Dump FM, Internet Archaeology, and V-Files. When it comes to the
Cool.
internet, Ryder Rips is one of the most innovative artists of our generation. It's no secret that he uses internet culture and the nature of trolling to amplify his artistic messages. If there's anyone to educate
Makes
others
sense.
on iconography and the meaning behind art, it's Ryder Rips. And if I happen to be the founders of an NFT project manipulating the masses into asserting value on racist imagery, I would not fuck with him. For the past 6 months, Ryder Rips and other researchers have collected all of the data and sources that highlight BoredApe Yacht Club's successful but depraved continued stunt. And I say continued
Damn.
because they still operate unchecked.
That's bad. That's
4chan
bad
is
business.
the gutter of the internet.
You don't want to mess
Founded
with those,
in
with
2006
those
Oh
guys.
my
by
God.
15-year-old Christopher Moot Poole, this message board serves as a place where internet culture is born, discussed, and destroyed. Users on
It
4chan
sure is.
typically post as anonymous or
Yeah.
anon. As they argue, the identity of a user adds nothing to conversations at hand. But the collective
I think that's one of the best things about 4chan.
I never used it.
I like 4chan. You have a completely different type of discussion that you have on Reddit, because people don't have to have the popular opinion.
anonymous culture of the message
The
board
old
has
way,
devolved into a degenerate pit of despair. Along with anonymous identities, there is virtually no moderation. As a result of this, threads on 4chan spiral into some of the weirdest and most disturbing rabbit holes on the internet. So why even post? Well, as Ryder
Sometimes I'll see posts about myself, and there was one about how I think I actually I screenshotted it. It was so good. Let me see if I can find it real quick. This is the last paragraph. Asmongold is the perfect tool to provide globalist propaganda for the uneducated and easily influenced Zoomers. These people are called influencers for a reason. Asmongold glows. Like I
Damn. I don't know if that's a compliment or they're talking shit, dude. It can go either way.
love these. Like I think they're fucking amazing. It's just yeah, I read this shit all the time. It's fucking hilarious to me.
Rips
Globalist, yeah.
described to me, trolling is a sport on 4chan.
It is.
This point alone is necessary in understanding the motive behind BoredApe Yacht Club. Throughout the internet's history, 4chan has been responsible for trolling mainstream media endlessly.
Yes.
One classic example of this was when 4chan tricked mainstream media into thinking the OK hand symbol signified white power. The media ran with it, and
The
as a
fuck?
result, actual
Yeah.
white supremacists adopted it as their own. An internet joke that
Yes, it wasn't real,
No
and it
way, dude,
became
no way.
so not real that it became real.
illuminated a problem
crazy.
with mainstream
Oh,
media.
God.
Their willingness to post anything was taken literally, and the
Man, I kind of love people trolling on the internet, bro. Like, they're just, I don't know, man. Just some dumbasses, but it's fun, dude.
meaning of the joke changed forever. Another
Absolutely.
example of this is comedian Sam Hyde being the ghost of Kiev.
Oh my-
Lastly, let's talk about the benefit of the doubt. Imagine all of what I'm about to tell you is one giant coincidence.
Right.
Somewhere along the grocery list of examples of BoredApe Yacht Club being one massive alt-right inside joke is a
That's
point
what I'm
at which
thinking, bro.
these
That's what I'm thinking.
similarities are no longer coincidental.
I'm thinking it's just random people connecting the dots and what is it like? I don't know, but I don't think they're racist. It's just like people putting facts together, like kind of making their own theory, like picking on specific stuff just to prove a point. But I don't know if it's true though. I think it's just coincidence, but who knows?
Coincidences. Let's call this the tipping point. If I bring
Okay.
up one instance that highlights deliberate Nazi, fascist, or alt-right messaging, you may think to yourself, I see it, but that's a reach. So I ask you, what is your number? At what point do all of these examples become crystal clear in front of your eyes?
That's
For
what I've said many times, right? Is at one point doesn't mean anything, but multiple points make a line.
Yep.
Yeah. You want my scalps? That's right.
me,
This guy's
it was just
69.
one. First, let's talk about the apes as a whole. You don't have to look far on social media to see that many people believe the apes in BoredApe Yacht Club are inherently racist looking. Remember, they could have picked any animal, object, or thing to make an NFT project.
That's true.
Monkeys? Really? It seems a bit random, but we're dealing with deliberate messaging.
That's a reach.
This is
That's
not
a
a
reach.
mistake.
Okay.
This is Damon Dash, the founder
No. That's a reach, dude. I don't see it. I don't see it, man.
of Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z.
Okay.
And then, I don't know if that monkey thing is like, because what's the biggest NFT?
the
It's
ape.
the ape. Don't you think that's a little condescending to our culture in a little bit?
We was just talking about that.
I feel like, is that a way a nerd is trying to get cute and laugh at us?
We was just talking about that.
Because either way, you should tread lightly with monkey as it relates to our culture, because it's a trigger for us. And they keep doing it. So first I wasn't like, and then I was like, why is everything a gorilla or an ape or a monkey? Why ain't it a penguin or like a panda bear or something? Why is it something that's been used to, disrespect us for years? So I don't know,
Yeah.
And when
Why is the dog
language
there?
is difficult for a creator, that leaves a lot of room for exploitation. So that means a lot of people that can understand may take advantage of those creators that don't want to understand.
Do you guys realize for the last 2 years,
I mean, I can see
they
it,
got
but I
black
think that's a
people to
reach.
invest in monkeys and dogs while making fun of us and taking our money from us?
Damn, I never
But
saw
Doge
this.
was going to the moon when y'all get done.
Now, I don't think that, like, just because they have monkeys, that doesn't mean that it's, like, some racist shit. Like, guaranteed, that's a reach. That's 100% a reach.
I
But,
agree,
like,
dude.
again, it's like a matter of how many reaches do you do until you actually are in arm's reach of what it really is. You see what I'm saying? So, like, that's the context.
Go look at BoredApe
We're
Yacht
gonna
Club
get there.
and go see the imagery
I've never seen this.
of how it's connected to Nazism.
Holy shit.
Damn near the same imagery, but they know we won't study long enough to say. And now, look how many billions of dollars they made off of us.
I
and
never
our
heard of
culture.
this.
Holy
And then the
shit.
music industry gonna come in with
Yeah,
more NFTs.
This is so
and continue
deep.
to rob us.
Oh, yeah.
All we need is
Oh, yeah.
us.
The reason people have made this conclusion is because of something called simionization. This refers to comparing ethnic groups to an ape or monkey. Simionization has been used throughout history to put
Oh, yeah.
others down in order to dehumanize them. You will see exactly how BoredApe Yacht Club uses simionization to convey racist themes and undertones. But first, we must understand the culture.
They did the same thing with Obama with Curious George. I remember
What
that.
the heck?
in which these apes were born. In 2021, BoredApe Yacht Club was launched on April 30th, which is the exact day that Hitler died. The launch of BoredApe Yacht
Whoa,
Club
whoa,
was
whoa,
actually
whoa,
on
whoa,
the which is the in 2021,
What? No fucking
BoredApe
way,
Yacht
dude.
Club was launched on April 30th, which is the exact
Wait,
day
this shit is
that
insane,
Hitler
man.
died.
Okay.
What?
All right. Okay.
The launch of BoredApe Yacht Club was actually on the 23rd with a week-long
I want to do something. I want to run two polls. I want to run a poll right now, and we're going to see how convincing this really is. Can we do a poll? Do you think BoredApe Yacht Club is using crypto messaging to promote a racist agenda? And we're going to start at the beginning, and I'm going to do another poll of the same thing at the end.
I'll
And I
say.
actually really want to see how much of a difference it makes.
Okay, I'll say no. I'll say no.
60% say
what-
no. So we're about 60-40, 37-63, somewhere around that. Okay. All right, that's fine. Let's see how things change.
Alright, let's run it.
pre-sale, and they sold out before the 30th. However, they made it a point to tell the New Yorker that it was the 30th. I have shown this picture to various artists.
Okay.
This is BoredApe Yacht Club's main logo that they use across all of their branding and social media
I've
accounts.
seen it. I've seen it on
Not
Twitter.
too bad, right? How about
It
now?
does look like it.
Most of them
Wait, what? What is this, dude? Is that like a racist logo or something? I mean, I can see that he has like the same color, same structure, like the fucked up circle kind of thing, but I never seen this one. What is it?
laugh uncomfortably in sheer disbelief. The audacity to do this is mind-blowing. It does not take a genius to see that this BoredApe Yacht Club logo is a direct copy of the Totenkopf. The skull and bones represents death and was used by both Prussia and Nazi Germany as a military emblem representing death heads. I only mention Prussia because that will play out later when we examine some of the bored apes. Both logos also have 18 teeth. If you're unfamiliar, the alt-right white supremacists and neo-Nazis love alphanumeric code. The number 18 is a symbol of hate. More specifically, it's alphanumeric code for the initials of Adolf Hitler. 1 being A, 8 being H. One thing to note is that both logos also have a rough edge, which is uncommon in circular emblems. It's just another characteristic that demonstrates they knew what they were copying. BoredApe Yacht Club was created by a company called Yuga Labs. Like everything in this project, the name has meaning. A little bit about us to start off the new year and what's coming. What's the inspiration behind the name Yuga Labs? We're nerds, and Yuga is the name of a villain in Zelda whose ability is that he can turn himself and others into 2D art. It made sense for an NFT company. When I heard this,
that makes sense for like a gaming, or well, it's not even a gaming, but it's NFT, right? Like nerds, like from a game, kind of makes sense.
I was confused. I've played just about every Legend of Zelda game, and I could not remember for the life of me who Yuga was.
I don't remember him either.
Yuga is a boss in The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds.
Never played it.
The 17th installment of the Zelda franchise, available only on the Nintendo 3DS. If you're a self-proclaimed nerd or gamer, you wouldn't source your name from the most obscure Zelda game ever, let alone a game for the 3DS. Everyone knows that Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and even Breath of the Wild are the greatest games in the franchise. I could believe Ganon Labs, after the main antagonist throughout the entire series, Ganondorf, but Yuga? I'm not buying it. There is a specific reason they picked the name Yuga. On Yuga Labs' website, they pay homage to another project called the Hash Masks. This project was made by a Swiss company known as Suumkuik Labs. This phrase, meaning to each their own, was on the gate of the Buchenwald concentration camp. This phrase was also used on the face of Prussian helmets, and Yuga Labs loved Suumkuik so much that they even took their exact terms of service. Yuga has an entirely different meaning. The phrase Kali Yuga steps of service. Yuga,
any of the 4 ages of life in the world,
has an entirely different meaning. The phrase Kali Yuga stems from Hinduism, and it refers to an age of conflict.
Wait, how is that racist if it's from Hinduism? It says Kali Yuga is the last of the cycle and is considered to be age of darkness and ignorance. People will be on the wrong paths and dishonestly treachery. There will be less values.
Or darkness.
What is the period we're in now? Because it seems like it's coming to an end.
There he
Kali
is.
Yuga, man. This is.
Okay. Yes, you're using those guys. I mean, Alex, you're like, what the fuck?
This is some weird shit that was predicted by the Bhagavad Gita.
That's Joe Rogan.
Lunar Dalarong, Battle of the Gods, Ragnarok. Tell me.
This is what happens in cultures. Like, they go through these pitches.
Oh my God.
Ups and downs.
The earliest mention of this phrase in internet culture was on September 11th, 2014, by an anonymous user on 4chan, in response to people being upset over Gamergate. Anon replied, "I know it is dark at times, but you just gotta learn to enjoy it, man. Embrace being the bad guy. Surf the Kali Yuga." Since then, the phrase spread like wildfire among the alt-right. First, it was made into a t-shirt by Vincent Vauquelin, who founded the French Dissent, an alt-right political party that operated from 2011 to 2021. Apparently, alt-right meme merch went hard, and the new design of the shirt in 2016 featured a Totenkopf. And in 2019, a Telegram group called Kali Yuga Surfing Club was created.
Surfing club, okay, that makes a little bit of sense. Give me 1 second.
Anything weird here? The Kali Yuga is one of the cornerstones of traditionalist ideology that was preached by René Guénon, a French occultist and philosopher who is credited for introducing the Kali Yuga to the West. During his life, Guénon moved to Egypt, became Muslim, and preached traditionalism, which consisted of extreme anti-Semitism and an admiration for ancient societies, which included hierarchies of class and gender. Guénon and Italian-born Nazi sympathizer Julius Evola are both revered and memed on 4chan. You'll find threads in the literature and political boards placed placing these two on a pedestal and recommending their works for a sense of woke pseudo-intellectualism. Often messages will be left with PBUH, which means peace be upon him, a common Arabic phrase. You see, surfing the Kali Yuga manifested itself on pole.
Okay, I'm kind of lost right now, dude. I'm kind of lost, man. I think this is a reach. Like, they're trying to connect the dots. Like, they're forcing it, man.
It became a repeated phrase and dog whistle among users. In fact, embracing the darkness, or surfing the Kali Yuga, is a phrase that the alt-right has adopted in order to communicate a sense of collective.
I've read poll before. I've never seen that. I've never seen this. I feel like this is like, yeah, maybe I didn't recognize it. It's a new trend. Yeah, I haven't seen this.
Same, I'm
might
so
melt
lost.
your brain, but stay with me. It's impossible to
It's not
show
that
the
common,
masses
yeah.
exactly what the founders
Okay.
of BoredApe Yacht Club are doing without understanding Chan culture, or how 4chan acts as a think tank and hive
thanks for
mind.
saying
One of the worst aspects of Chan culture is pseudo-intellectualism.
Uh-huh.
What you have is a bunch of trolls
Same with
who
Reddit.
haven't seen the light of day, that have collectively convinced themselves
That they're
they
smart.
are based, woke, and have the answers to this world. They
Yep.
find solace in knowing specific information compared to normal people, or normies. This is why it's considered esoteric.
heck?
As a result of this, you have pockets of deranged people who study old texts, scriptures, and societies in order to extract archaic values and worship them. The founders of BoredApe Yacht Club are terminally online, smart assholes.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Okay, seems good to me.
Good, man.
Terminally online smart assholes. I got it. It's the same everywhere. Holy shit, bro.
What a
Like
bitty,
this,
man.
it's not
What a
even
bitty,
halfway
dude.
done. Like, what the fuck? Actual cold one? Yeah, I got all this shit put in the refrigerator because I was sick of fucking having it over there. And then there's a bunch of boxes everywhere, and then I got the new chair, and it was like one thing led to another, and now I've got the drinks in the refrigerator again.
This guy.
Hate to admit it. The founders are clever, and I mean really fucking clever. The four founders are Gordon Goner, Emperor Tomato Ketchup, Gargamel, and No Sass. You may be wondering, why do they all have obscure Xbox Live gamer tags? Well, if you think this is innocent, you're not ready for this. Number 1, Emperor Tomato Ketchup, Karim Adelaide, software engineer. On the surface, Emperor Tomato Ketchup sounds like a Fortnite skin. In reality,
does.
Emperor Tomato Ketchup is the name of a 1971 film that is banned across the world for containing child pornography. It's about
Whoa.
children overthrowing adults and establishing their own supremacy, in which
fuck?
a young boy in a fascist uniform sexually assaults a grown woman. And if you were to ask Tomato himself, he would say
God
he
damn,
got
this
the
is
name
wild,
from a
man.
Stereolab album, which got its name from the film. Another example of plausible deniability. Number 2, Gargamel, Greg Solano, MFA in writing.
Yeah, I seen that guy in a podcast, dude. And I see the other founder too. Like sure, they seem like smart people. They seem like fucking trolls, dude. But never thought they were kind of racist or like they were at that level of trolling where like they're kind of using some like really obscure shit to troll the fuck out of people, man.
If anyone is familiar with the Smurfs, then the name Gargamel might ring a bell. Gargamel is the antagonist.
Bro. I mean, say no more. I mean, say no more.
Sentient beings into money. He is widely known as an anti-Semitic depiction of a Jewish stereotype. And as Ryder Rips pointed
Even
out,
over the hill.
4chan also uses the term Gargamel to describe Jewish people. A reoccurring theme that you'll notice is that this entire umbrella of BoredApe Yacht Club trolling stems from 4chan behavior, which is based on inserting enough absurdity to create plausible deniability. Gargamel is smart, but he's a little sloppy. According to his Reddit post history, he posted a 4chan crypto meme before BoredApe Yacht Club was even live yet, confirming that he's at least aware of the culture or uses 4chan.
So there's something that he had an idea of, right? So he had an idea. I'm rolling. Is this video trolling us? So the reason why I didn't watch this video the day it came out is that I actually assumed that it was like some form of guerrilla marketing for the BoredApe Yacht Club. I thought it was like some bullshit, and like that's why I didn't want to watch it. I thought it was complete bullshit. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm having a problem here.
What happened? Did you drop your soda, man? She's fucking up.
We're good. Sorry about that.
All right, let's get back to it.
Solano, or Gargamel, was a literature major in college and wrote his thesis paper on 2666, which is a book that takes place in Nazi Germany with a main character named after Nazi SS doctor Hans Reiter. He even expressed on his now defunct blog that he wanted to write a fiction novel that blends real history with imaginative events, which is similar to Roberto Bolaño's 2666. This could be a stretch, but I'm reminded here of your writing backgrounds. Do you think there's any parallel between your big conceptual breakthrough to design NFTs for what interests you, not some target demo, and the idea that in writing, sometimes the best stuff comes from channeling what you really want to see, not what some theoretical reader wants? Gargamel says, ever since the BoredApe Yacht Club, we've seen like 1,000 different avatar collections come up, and a lot of them are really cool. But what we think was special, and what people could kind of read on top of ours, is that we didn't just throw 3D glasses onto apes. And we didn't have a long essay on exactly what this was, but we knew what it was. It's like Wittgenstein's let the unutterable be conveyed unutterably, or Hemingway's iceberg theory. We knew what this world was and
yeah, you have something that's so abstract and esoteric that even saying what it is makes people feel stupid.
Okay. So far, man, I think they're just trolling, dude. they're clearly like really smart people, and they're like being like on 4chan and all those Reddit, all those places all their lives. I mean, they're just fucking trolling people, man. I don't think they're racist. I mean, they don't even look white. I don't even know what their nationality they are, but they don't look white, man. I think they're just fucking trolling, dude. That's just what I think so far, dude.
You see what I'm saying? So like, yeah, it's like you can't even acknowledge that it exists because of how abstract it is. I love this. This is amazing.
Why the apes are this way.
Dude, Asmongold is like, I love it. my guy is having a blast, dude.
And that somebody else might get a little tingle on their neck looking at it, thinking, yeah, this is kind of different. This isn't just random. In this interview, Gargamel literally just confirmed that BoredApe Yacht Club is his medium for creative writing. First, the quote is cryptic, but it makes a lot of sense given the context of this project. Let the unutterable be conveyed unutterably. Dog whistles, hidden meanings, fiction writing. Nah, man, they're just apes with 3D
he
glasses.
Does look like Gargamel.
You don't understand crypto. In this statement, Gargamel quotes Ludwig Wittgenstein, an Austrian Jewish philosopher believed to have been the boy who went to school with Adolf Hitler from 1903 to 1904. According to writer Kimberly Cornish in The Jew of Linz, she alleges that Hitler alludes to a Jewish boy who is believed to be Wittgenstein in Mein Kampf. Wittgenstein's entire body of work consists of cipher, cryptology, and solving.
I don't know, man. I feel like I'm losing brain cells right now. Like, I feel like they're pushing it as hard as they can, but at the same time, like, there's too much shit happening, dude. I don't know what I want to believe now.
Puzzles. Similar to how BoredApe Yacht Club is one massive puzzle designed to be cracked for the sole purpose of stroking their twisted fanfiction writing boner. Second, he states Hemingway's iceberg theory, which describes exactly what they're doing.
What that is.
Iceberg theory itself is also a 4chan meme. Greg Solano also has written a book titled The Cinematic Art of World of Warcraft. To say
what? Wait, what? Hold up.
You gotta read it, man.
Oh my God, we're really in this now. Caught red-handed.
he isn't a sucker for fantasy would be a flat-out lie. We know that Gargamel is a creative fantasy writer. We know that he wrote his thesis paper on a Nazi story. And we know that he wanted to create something similar, blending real and fake events. He literally quoted Ludwig Wittgenstein and iceberg theory, confirmed that there is hidden meaning, and that everything is deliberate in BoredApe Yacht Club. Prior to BoredApe Yacht Club, Greg Solano even stated he wanted to create a Lovecraftian-themed NFT project. And if you know anything about Lovecraft, craft, he was a notorious white supremacist, often
heard
weaving
about
his
that.
prejudices as the basis for his stories. The frustration that Ryder Rips and others have felt, myself included, with the public's perception of this criticism is immense. You can't begin to educate people on this when they're too ignorant to realize that they're being played.
Well, they don't. It's not that they're too ignorant. It's that they don't want to. Like, again, it's easier to fool somebody than it is to convince them that they've been fooled. Nobody wants to admit and say, "Oh yeah, I actually fucked up." Yeah, it's like, yeah, they're in denial because they're already invested in this. They already have an opinion on this. They got money in it. Exactly.
Ape Yacht Club, in a way, is a social experiment in making fun of people who are easily influenced. Crypto
It sure
bros
is.
and everyone who sucks off technocrats included. It is a commentary on the number going up forever, or the wag me crowd, which lives by the slogan,
We're all gonna make
going
it."
to make it. This is a very real sentiment shared by thousands of people on the internet, which...
Bro,
Minecraft.
I love seeing the people that believe in this, man. They actually think that, like,
Come
fucking
on, man. Come
there
on,
are
man.
legitimate real people on the internet, even after this video, that are like, yeah, man, in 35 years, this JPEG I have is gonna be worth so much. I'm gonna be on a yacht. You're gonna be fixing my yacht, okay?
Yeah, I believe in a few crypto projects, not on NFTs though. Not on NFTs, dude.
Like, that's what it's gonna be. That's what they believe. It's so sad.
Yeah.
Founder
I feel like the technology is amazing, but there's no real use for it now. I mean, like right now.
of this project have profited off of immensely. All it took was celebrity worship, proper funding, fueled by a dystopian political agenda to get fascist propaganda on the world stage. Let me be clear, I'm not saying buzzwords just to say them. This is what's happening. 3. Gordon Goner, or Wiley Arano, also a creative writer.
Okay.
The third founder of BoredApe Yacht Club goes by Gordon Goner.
Seems like a nice
the
guy.
same name Ryder used for the website, piecing this all together.
seems
This
like a
was
nice
done
guy.
for
Sure.
SEO purposes, so that when you type in Gordon Goner on Google,
Right, it
Ryder's
comes up
website
first.
pops up first.
Of course.
In an interview with Wiley from 2014, he stated, "The only book that I don't like is Mein Kampf, but I haven't read it." When asked innocently about books, he resorted to making Hitler jokes. Yeah, there's probably nothing to see here, right? This
Yeah.
is just more proof that Wiley's attempt at edgy humor dates back to 2014. In an interview with Rolling Stone, Gordon Goner
I don't think that's very suspicious.
stated he chose the
But
name
we're not
because it
halfway done with the
sounded like
video
Joey
yet.
Ramone, lead singer of the Ramones. It should be known that BoredApe Yacht Club's connection to the Rolling Stone is not random. It's through Neil Strauss, author of The Game, who is apparently writing about the subculture of BoredApe Yacht Club. Gordon Goner is a full-phrase anagram for Drongo Negro. Drongo is
I don't know.
Australian
I don't
slang
know,
for
man.
stupid
I don't know, dude. Look.
and Negro.
Drongo, like, right. I believe an anagram is like you go from end to start, right? No,
means
not this one.
Drongo Negro. Drongo Club.
hold
Gordon
on.
Goner.
See, like, they didn't go like fully backwards. They kind of swapped in a specific way to form the word, dude. I don't know, unless I misunderstand what an anagram is.
Goner is a full-phrase anagram for Drongo Negro. Drongo is Australian slang for stupid, and Negro means black. Drongo is also tossed around on 4chan and
Shit.
I mean, well, it's like it's an anagram. Okay, that's it. It feels like a reach there. I think that, okay, so this is what I like about the video here, is that it's so good. This is so good.
Man,
I love it.
Complex, dude. What the heck?
it's not simply a random word. It is also conveniently a species of black bird. Another example of a hyper-specific double-meaning term or phrase in BoredApe Yacht Club. There's not much else known about Wiley Arano, aka Gordon Goner, besides
Okay.
loose leads that allege he's a crypto-fascist. And his dad is literally Don Arano, portrayed by John Travolta in Speed Kills. Both Gargamel and Gordon Goner are writers and creatives, according to the CEO of Yuga Labs, Nicole Muniz.
Can you take me back to the origin story of BoredApe Yacht Club?
It was almost exactly a year ago.
Why does this
Garga,
video look like
who's
it's
one
from
of the founders,
1980?
texted Gordon with, hey, let's make a NFT. So Garga and Gordon
It's a filter,
were
yes.
both really into crypto. They were really active in the community, but they are writers. That's actually their background. They are storytellers, they're creatives. And so like crypto was this thing that like they were fascinated by and they like loved, but they were never able to actively participate in.
Right.
That makes
It
sense.
was a barrier to entry.
Exactly,
Right?
exactly, because it was technical.
Yeah.
And they're not technical. They're writers, they're creatives, they're storytellers. Like that's what they do.
What a story
So
to
it's
tell.
entirely critical that you understand the context of anything. So the issue with Bored Ape Yacht Club is that they're not providing any context. The context that they provided is that literally it's meaningless. They said that these are just apes in a swamp who like drawing penises on a penis wall. That's the official story of Bored Ape Yacht Club from the mouth of Nicole, the CEO.
Sounds good
Like,
to me.
That's it. Like, end. Done. Like, there's nothing else.
Okay. Let's go back. Look, Philion, right? Like the guy who made the video. Like he has those eyes, all that shit, man. That's like, I don't know, man. I feel like he's big into conspiracies and shit.
Like, end. Done. Like, there's nothing else.
They called me with like, hey, we're gonna do this thing, and like, you know, just explaining
Alright,
the
we should be
idea.
good.
And I kind of giggled and was like, oh yeah, I mean, but people are just gonna draw penises.
Yeah, of course.
And that was it. Like I was just like, I didn't think anything of it. We hung up. Like, the stupid thing that I said that I never would have thought about transformed into, well, what if they do draw penises?
Yeah.
And
where's this all? What is this interview?
draw penises.
Is this real
and
life?
you know, it turned into, well, it's a bathroom.
What the?
Right.
What the fuck?
You know, it's a toilet stall, and it's a dive bar. But it's not a dive bar. It's a yacht club that's a dive bar. But it's in a swamp. And it's gonna be this like future vision of Miami.
Okay.
And you know, it's
Wait,
all of
is
these
that-
like
That's
board
actually
apes.
Is that really the idea behind Bored Ape?
and
Holy shit.
What
They
the
just
fuck?
created this like story.
Oh
in this
god, I
world.
hope it's not.
Let's play a
I
game
really hope
of
it's not.
I Spy. The cover of this
Shit
Rolling
is the
Stone
dumbest
art
shit ever,
is a
man.
direct reference to Hieronymus Bosch, who painted pictures like these in order to hide things in them.
My dad has that painting on his wall.
Spot the racist dog whistle.
I don't see it. What?
The hand?
How is that
Ape
racist?
hands are a racist dog whistle, alluding to the practice of Belgian King Leopold II cutting off Congolese hands for punishment in not working hard enough to produce rubber. The Congolese then started cutting
Shit.
off fellow African hands as it became a currency valuable to the Belgians in itself. Never underestimate the ability for Bored Ape Yacht Club founders to be this demented. Let's try this again. This is footage
What?
of the Bored Ape Yacht Club video game. See anything interesting?
What
What's
the
up with
fuck?
these bananas? Why is the bushel of bananas conveniently shaped like a swastika? 4. Sass.
What?
Zayshawn
It's a
Ali.
boomerang.
what?
Conveniently shaped.
That's a reach. That's a reach.
You know, it's that's a reach. It is. It's a reach, guys.
Oh god.
It is a reach.
Like a swastika. 4. Sass. Zayshawn Ali, software engineer. The fourth founder of Bored Ape Yacht Club goes by Sass, and going
Okay.
off the theme of hidden meanings throughout their entire project, this is also deliberate. SA is the abbreviation for Sturmabteilung, and SS for the Schutzstaffel. SAS, or SASS, is the combination of the two primary Nazi military divisions. There are two possibilities
Damn.
that explain the behavior of the founders. Number one is easy. They are neo-Nazis. Number
Okay.
two is a bit more complex, and Ryder
Now-
believes we need new terms to describe what's happening. In other words, this is an internet troll's wet dream.
So this is such a massive, elaborate troll that we don't even have the vocabulary to truly understand it. This has transcended the limits of the English language.
That's what it sounds like, man. That's what it
Oh
sounds
my
like.
god.
ironic racism on the world stage. This means that this is a meme, but it doesn't look like one because there's nothing to indicate otherwise.
Right.
This can also be described as pose law. It's impossible to know if someone is joking unless they add an LOL at the end of a message to indicate how it's supposed to be perceived. In other words, Bored Ape Yacht Club founders are layering on the irony of troll behavior to the point where it's just doomed. The best way I can describe it is beating a dead horse until the horse comes alive again and then dies again from the irony. February 4th, 2022, Katie Natopoulos, a writer at
So it's like people trying to bring back Harambe.
BuzzFeed, wrote an article covering the identities of the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club. And where exactly do you think she got her information from? Ryder rips. However, she stated, Solano and Arano don't appear to have any particular red flags, which, as we know, is a flat-out lie. Pressured by Guy Oseri, Kate Natopoulos ran a softball story in an effort to save face. The more degenerative side of 4chan, including white nationalists, enjoy participating in the cult of Kek, a metaphorical fictitious religion that worships Pepe the Frog.
This happened in about 2000 and like what was it, guys? Like 2015, 2016.
Is that what Kek means? Nah, you can tell that I'm not into this like meme bullshit culture, dude. Like, holy, I'm glad, man. I'm glad, dude. This shit is like complete stupidity, bro. Like, I'm sorry, but you guys are fucking dumbasses, man.
Like I'd say somewhere around there. Yeah, Cult of Kek, yeah, Kek W, sure. Shadowlight, yeah, there was all that, all around at that time.
Think of it as a tribe on 4chan who considers everyone else not in the know as normies. They wave the Kekistan flag, which is an exact ripoff of Prussia and Nazi Germany's war-mocked symbol. Their mission,
I didn't know that.
Troll the liberals at all costs through meme warfare. By having shared symbolism and jokes, it is a way to communicate or dog whistle to other members that they, quote, embrace.
Bro, he retweeted this. Do y'all remember this? Like, I thought that shit was not real. Like, he straight up fucking retweeted this one. And I was like, there's no way he did this. There's no way. And I scrolled down Donald Trump's fucking tweets for like an hour, and I found it. It was actually there. He really did it. No way? Yes, he did.
The principles of chaos and destruction that are central to alt-right thinking. The term Kek originated from World of Warcraft. When a Horde player types LOL to an alliance, LOL is then translated into gibberish spelling out Kek. This is because the two opposing factions in the game can't communicate with each other unless they are on the same faction.
Imagine that.
It just so happens that Kek is an Egyptian god that looks like a human with a frog head, hence Pepe. And guess what Kek was the god of? Darkness and chaos. Sound familiar? Surfing the Kali-Yuga was not the only surfer innuendo that the alt-right adopted as lingo. In fact, they also used the word cowabunga to signify their alt-right beliefs to fellow members of the alt-right. It just so
I actually didn't know. I did not know this.
Yeah, this shit is too weird.
The cowabunga is a new one for me. I've never heard of this before.
Happens that one of Bored Ape's founder's wife had this exact lingo in her bio, which has now been deleted. And in September 2021, Bored Ape Yacht Club challenged the internet with a series of puzzles. Whoever cracked the secret codes would receive a Bored Ape Kennel Club NFT, a Bored Ape NFT, a Mutant Serum NFT, and 10 Ethereum. At the time, the value of these prizes added up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. This puzzle will demonstrate just how far the creators of Bored Ape Yacht Club are willing to go in order to play out their racist fantasy. This information is taken directly from this user's post on Medium. This whole puzzle started with a single stealthy tweet. Somebody left a strange note at the bar. The image contains a message, "Come find me below," with the cipher text of ;U8JJ6. This is a keyboard cipher, where if you look at the keys below each letter on a keyboard,
I'm not gonna lie, dude, that's badass that they do something like that. with such a big price, too. Holy fuck.
you see that it spells /Jimmy. Entering this after BoredApeYachtClub.com will take you to a new page and you are able to load a puzzle game. Jimmy the Monkey is back on his bullshit again. In the clubhouse, the game is a 2D screen where you can click on rooms and interact with various objects. Most of the rooms contained a puzzle. The boat room contains a single interactable object in the room, which is a wall of dancing men.
Okay.
If you know a bit about ciphers, it's fairly quick to recognize that this is a dancing man cipher. The dancing missing man cipher is from Sherlock Holmes. Decoding the cipher reveals the following message.
Yeah.
This isn't a puzzle clue. Suck on a banana, bozo. Love, Jimmy. This seemed to be a troll as it was not used in the final solution.
Sure.
The party room has 2 interactable objects in it. The first object is a dog collar with the numbers 0010 on it. This is just the ID number for the exact NFT that you would win if you were to crack the puzzle.
Okay, that
the
makes
second
sense.
object is
Sure.
a party poster containing song lyrics. The puzzle gives a selection of song lyrics sorted in alphabetical order by word, with one of the words being replaced by the word monkey. Solving this puzzle involves taking each lyric word bank, identifying the song, and figuring out which part of the song the lyrics are referencing. You sort each word in that set of the lyrics in ABC order and figure out what word has been replaced with monkey. This results in the following troll message. Wasted your time on this one, stupid apes. Entering the pool area presents you with 2 pictures. One located on
that. Oh my fucking god! They got him. Just a minute. I gotta use the bathroom. This is
There's some fucking trolls.
Pool, and the other on a drink menu located next to the bar. This puzzle presents a list of duck-themed clues and their answer length. Going through and solving all of the clues results in the list below.
So badass.
With this
I'm not
answer
gonna
set,
lie.
reading the first letter of each answer gives the phrase "cocktails are shaken," which is a clue for the puzzle located next to the bar. Using the hint from the previous puzzle, we now know that this menu list is an anagram of cocktails. In addition, the text at the bottom of the menu indicates something extra was added to the drinks, hinting to there likely being an extra letter not used in the cocktail anagram. With there being 26 menu items, it seemed highly likely the extra letters or the cocktails used every letter A to Z for ordering when done. It is quickly realized all the cocktails start with a unique letter A to Z that, when put in order and reading the extra letters, gives orange liqueur used in spritz. Final answer, Aperol. Upon entering the kitchen, a sheet can be found lying next to the sink. This puzzle provides instructions.
Bro, like how? What the fuck? Bro, what the fuck is this? This is nuts. Oh my god, it's amazing. What the fuck is this?
On what to do. Begin by identifying the dishes that are clued on the left and filling out the blanks on the right. The extracted letters, highlighted yellow on the sheet, spell the phrase Gibraltar's Barbary, which is referencing a specific monkey that lives on Gibraltar, the Barbary macaque. Final answer, macaque. In the library, you can start by clicking on the bust on the top of the shelf, which contains a puzzle scroll. This puzzle is a Mad Gab style puzzle as hinted by the title, Bus Dan Dush Elf, which, when read aloud, sounds like bust on a shelf. You can make 4 Mad Gab style phrases using one word from each column on the scroll. The output of each Mad Gab is its own clue to a word. This final output is yet again a Mad Gab where ooze 6 ciphers can be read as use 6 ciphers, a hint for the bookshelf puzzle. When you click on the bookshelf next to the fireplace, it shows you an enlarged version of the bookshelf. This bookshelf contains many different patterns throughout. As you start to group the patterns together, you will discover there are 6 separate puzzles using 6 different ciphers, as hinted in the previous puzzle contained in the shelf items. The monkey hands. There are 6 hands throughout the shelves using American Sign Language to spell weapon. Naval flags. There are 6 international maritime signal flags throughout the shelves that spell Nassau. 5-bit binary. There are 6 groups of books colored orange and green. These books are 5-bit binary, which provides 10010, 00101, 00001, 10011, 01111, 01110.
What does that mean?
These can be converted to their decimal equivalent of 1851, 19, 15, 14, which can then be further converted to letters to read reason. Clocks. There are 6 clocks through the shelves. Each clock face has a different time, with both hands clearly visible. Using the clock hands as a flag semaphore, you can obtain the letters to spell salute. Book titles. There are some books facing forward with their titles clearly visible, and after reading through the titles, you will notice some of the words are from the NATO alphabet. Echo, Mike, Bravo, Romeo, Yankee, Oscar. And when you extract the first letter of each NATO word, it will spell embryo. Morse code. Between each of the bookshelves is a repeating pattern of a lighter color. Each shelf is a separate letter spelled using Morse code. If you decode the Morse for each shelf, it will spell analog. Now that we have all the words extracted, we need to extract the final answer. Looking at the words for a moment, it can be seen that the first letter of each word can spell answer when ordered correctly. Since the first letter spelled answer, we extracted the last letters to see if it provides an answer to the puzzle. The extract is Guanan, which is a breed of old world monkey, and it's the name of Rene Guanan. The game room contained 2 objects you can interact with. The first one is a game called Jimmy the Asshole, which, after some playing, didn't appear to contain a puzzle. The second one is the
No
game room
fucking
puzzle.
shot.
The flavor text for the puzzle is
No
there are
shot.
lots of games to play here if you can figure out the rules. It also has some pictures of Hangman and Tic-Tac-Toe. These are big hints for what you are looking for and what the solution is going to be. The solution for this puzzle involved taking each puzzle string and figuring out the puzzle rules that encoded the text. Here is one example. There are a lot of P's, so we want to analyze that first. You start by separating each line by P. We are looking for game-related words, so we can guess the two words here are card and canasta. With these two, we can deduce that the rule for this puzzle is to replace the first letter with P, which can then be reversed from the cipher, which gives the following clue: card worth 50 in canasta. The answer to this clue is Joker. However, we aren't done here just yet. Now we need to apply the same rule we discovered, replace first letter with P, to this answer to get a new answer out related to games. Applying the rule to Joker results in poker, the actual solution to this puzzle line. Here is the rest. Taking the first letter from each solution, you get the following phrase: Drooper's apartment pal. Drooper is a character from the Banana Splits.
What's wrong with that?
His apartment pal is Bingo. Bingo is an ape, so we can confidently determine the answer is Bingo. The attic is one of the more difficult puzzles, and before we dive into it, we first have to talk about this.
Wait, one of the more difficult puzzles? Wait, what the hell are you talking about more difficult? What?
Skeleton in the crawl space. The skeleton in the crawl space has a bunch of 3-letter phrases and some numbers, with the flavor text of NTH plus EAT. We know that we're trying to combine the phrases to spell words, with the numbers most likely being the length of each word. There's really no approach other than maybe looking up words that start with or words that end with, but the best place to start was realizing that NTH and EAT were clued as being connected and could spell N, the, at. After that, it is mixing and matching until you get something good out. The output you get is Anastasia Steele really loves the hexes used in the attic. This is a reference to Anastasia Steele from 50 Shades of Grey, which is referencing that the hex color codes in the attic are gray codes. This is basically a second hint for Bought It, which you can see in the attic section below. The attic starts with an image with some pixels and flavor text about having to feel your way around in the dark. This is a reference for being blind and hinting towards the pixels being braille. The phrase you get out of using colored pixels as braille dots: beginners always unlock dim old tones. If you take the first letter of each word as hinted by the word beginners, you get Bought It, which is a type of cipher. This is the one puzzle you can right-click and export the image, and it just so happens to be SVG. So we can extract the hex color codes accurately for the next step as hinted by the skeleton.
What's an SVG file, dude? Never heard of that file before.
Puzzle. Extracting all of the binary codes out and removing the lead 0, you get the following. Using Bought It encoding on the binary, you get the following. The only interesting thing we get is Calamar, which is another type of cipher. This suggests that our extract is valid, but the rest of it is cipher text. We can then use the string with a Calamar transposition solver, but without a key, it was just a bunch of guessing words as a key. Solvers of this puzzle got stuck here for a while until it was noticed that attempting some auto solves on the grid, assuming 6 columns instead of 8, resulted in the final 8 letters looking like a scrambled version of Visionaire. Given the first set of data gave us Calamar, and having it almost end with Visionaire now, another type of cipher, was too likely to be a coincidence. Putting some effort in manually with a 6-column assumption, you're able to get the following. Using Calamar key of 412563 or 214563 gives an output that spells Visionaire at the end, giving us the following possible strings. Cutting Visionaire off the end and taking the remaining letters, we try to decrypt the cipher using Visionaire and testing keywords relating to Bored Apes and the puzzle. Eventually, they landed on the following: Australopithecus. At this point, it's time to solve the final solution. Taking the answer from each puzzles and sorting them in ABC, we get the following words: Aperol, Australopithecus, Bingo, Guanan, Macaque. If we examine the answers, we can extract even more information about what they mean. Aperol is an orange liqueur that only got popular after World War II. This answer is different than all the others, considering it is a drink that is meant to be ingested. Going off that theme, perhaps this is a metaphor for taking the red pill, as it sometimes appears red in color. Aperol also just has the word ape in it. Australopithecus. Of all the different possible answers they could have chosen, They landed on Australopithecus. Here's a little anthropology for you. In 1931, Ludwig Cole Larsen joined the Nazi Party and later undertook an expedition to German East Africa in search for a primitive man. In 1938 to 1939, he discovered Australopithecus afarensis at Laetoli without realizing the importance of his find. Ludwig attempted to prove that all people have a common origin, but that African people remained in the state of primitive man, while the Aryan race had developed. Such scholarship was at odds with most anthropological concerns of the day in Africa. He then later lost his position as professor in the course of the denazification after the war. Cole Larsen is not highly regarded amongst contemporary East Africanists. Bingo. Bingo the Gorilla is a major yet final antagonist in the 2019 direct-to-video horror comedy.
Alright guys, I'm gonna end it here, man. I believe that the fucking founders of BoredApe are fucking trolls, man. They're like clearly really smart people, and they're just fucking trolling the community. I don't think they're racist, I just think they're fucking trolls, man. And they're like trolling with every single one of us. That's my take, dude. Shit is way too wild for me, man. Too crazy, dude. That was a great video, but I'm so confused, man. And I feel like they're pushing ideas to prove a point, which I don't know, man. There's definitely some convincing kind of stuff, but I don't know, man. I just believe that they're just fucking trolling, dude. I don't think they're racist. I just believe there's some fucking trolls. Alright, guys. I hope you guys watched to the end. I'm sorry that I didn't finish the video, but I don't think I need to watch more to... I don't think watching more would change my opinion. Alright, guys. I'm out.